All right, you guys, what's going on? This is your boy Town Biz. So I told you I was going to talk about this, but I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait a little bit to see how these first few weeks would be. I thought maybe the first game was a fluke, and then you know, maybe the Detroit thing was basically another possible mishap. But now it is cause for concern with the Baltimore Ravens as Lamar Jackson suffers a hamstring injury. So who knows how long he's going to be out. And Baltimore is now 1-3. Baltimore was picked by pretty much a lot of people to win it all. And that hasn't been the case where Baltimore's had very putrid defense and the offense is suspect at times too because basically Lamar Jackson has been sacked even though he's put up great numbers. Lamar Jackson has been sacked like at least 10 times. That is in 4 games to get sacked like wow. That's a lot of sacks. So the thing is the media is going to protect probably Harbaugh. Doesn't matter. I don't care whether he won a Super Bowl. That was many moons ago. That was that was like 12 years ago. That was a while ago. Everything has an expiration date. You don't get to you don't get a pass that long, especially when you have the talent that you have and you still can't get over the hump. And to be honest with you, let's really tell the truth about that Super Bowl. If it wasn't for a pass interference call not being called, the 49ers would in all likelihood had a new set of downs. Probably Colin Kaepernick punches his end and the 49ers win the Super Bowl. But to just see that the John Harbaugh, the way that he's coaching his team, he's just getting out coached. They have issues with defense. You would think that they would have retweaked the defense, but the defense can't stop anybody. The defense is just god awful, and that's just the honest to God truth. And you got to start telling the truth about this particular Baltimore Ravens team. I don't know why I keep accidentally saying Jim is John Harbaugh, and we got to get it correct. It's John Harbaugh, not Jim. You know, he's got a free ride long enough. He should be on the hot seat. As I said before, it would be Super Bowl or bust. It would be Super Bowl or bust, or you lose your job. Now, one of my homeboys, he made a suggestion. Maybe they would think about or considering pulling uh, Bill Belichick, but I just don't think he's too, um, he's relatively new into that contract, and I just don't think that they could just, you know, I just don't think he could just walk away from that job. In all likelihood, the college team that he coaches would have to be compensated. So I just don't think it would be that easy to bring Bill Belichick uh, back into professional football. And plus, Bill Belichick he's up there in age, man. He's like in his 70s or something. He's like yeah, he's pretty up there in age. So just looking at what happened, I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow. I seen that game in its entirety. They made they made the Chiefs look like Super Bowl contenders again, and the Chiefs were struggling on offense. They were struggling on offense. Made the Chiefs look like world beaters. Patrick Mahomes threw for like 4 touchdowns in that game. And then, like I said, Lamar got hurt. So who knows how long he's going to be out. This is just not a good look for the Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh needs to get criticized and he needs to get called out. But we know that they will avoid putting him on the hot seat, and we know why for obvious reasons. But he deserved to be put on the hot seat because they wasn't expected to be this bad. Even though they gave Baltimore, from what I see, they gave him a very tough schedule for the for the first half of the season. Yeah, depending on how long Lamar Jackson is going to be out, could they still get back into this thing? Could they go on a tear? Yeah, absolutely. But it's not looking like it's going to happen because that defense is just the defense is just putrid. The defense is horrible. You know, the defense is horrible. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't just keep relying on the offense to just score 40 points per game. At some point or another, you're going to have to do your job, which is prevent plays and get the offense off the field. You know, get the offense off the field. But it's not happening. Don't like it. They just, they just, they just not have looked good. And it's just like, wow, what the hell? I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, he deserves to be on the hot seat and he got to be called out for this. But we know Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna say he needs to be put on the hot seat because he don't do that. But every year he was calling for Marvin Lewis to be fired. So, but let's see. People got to start having the same energy. His security blanket well, he won the Super Bowl. That's expired. It's time to get back to the Super Bowl and win it. So there you have it. So I think they could have bounced back from the Buffalo game, but boy, this shit you seeing now, this stuff you seeing now with them, where they're just struggling on defense, and then they have issues blocking to allow Lamar Jackson to have got sacked like about 10 times in four games. That's alarming. That's alarming. He's giving up he he's giving up too much, too many sacks. Harbaugh, that is, and the Ravens, the defense coordinator. If I'm the owner, I'm having a meeting with everybody. I'm having a meeting with the coach, the offensive coordinator, and 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 the defense. But they should have a team meeting. The players should be embarrassed. The defense should have a players only meeting. So that's just real talk. They should have a players only meeting and figure out what do they need to do to fix this situation. Because right now it ain't looking too good. But anyway, this your boy Town. I'm out.